What up, everybody? We're here changing our minds. We're live. If you didn't catch the whole show, you should catch it every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. I got my man Jody. We just did a real in-depth talk about Kanye West. Ooh, man, is he in the sunken place? You can go check that out. But right now, we're moving into our second topic of the night. And then you guys, if you're watching live, you can pivot where we go, suggest what you want, send over some comments, some questions. We'll get to them. But Ray Fisher, Jody, is back in the news. He's on social media once again, stirring up the drama. He's out there just stirring it up after already admitting that, well, NDAs, I can't talk about it. NDAs.
Oh, them NDAs. Watch out for those NDAs.
I saw a lot of fans talking about NDAs. So, yeah, that sounds like a good reason why I'm not giving you more information. I think it's more like my lawyers told me, shut up, dude, or you might get sued for libel defamation stuff. And so he's wised up and realized, I guess I got to be careful. I can't just put blanket accusations out in the world that are untrue. Look, if he's telling the truth, I want to hear it. I will respect it, and I will have his back if I hear, and I can then make some decisions, right? But he's not doing it.
We've been waiting for a long time.
He's doing these broad strokes, and there's a lot of fans who are out there like, everyone's getting knocked down. Jeff Johns is next. This is happening. And it really did feel like there was a small group who was just sort of trying to like stir up the Snyderverse, everything like in the favor of that.
Cult.
And honestly, I don't know what's going on. Like, I support Zach. I'm excited for that movie. I'm going to watch it. Cyborg, good for you. You're going to have a bigger part in it. What are we doing here? Why are we stirring up old wounds and starting battles again? I don't get
it. For chaos.
Exactly.
But Ray said something, though. We got more.
So
he talked more about the issues that were going on.
So, guys, we know Ray has had such a big problem. I mean, abusive, harassment, the most atrocious enabling that you could think of. And now he's finally ready to drop some more information. Shall we go to it, Jody?
Yeah,
This must be the most awful thing. Let's read. I cannot wait to have his back. Despite my asking on multiple occasions, my barber, Wayne Nebhard, was not credited in any capacity for his work on the theatrical version of Justice League. Wayne worked with us for the entire principal photography process, 8 months, and the majority of the reshoots. Okay? Wayne took whatever time was asked of him away from his successful business, a unisex barber saloon called Extreme Cuts in St. Albans, United Kingdom, to work with us. To my knowledge, he was the only black man to ever grace the hair and makeup trailer. It broke my heart, as I know it did Wayne's, to watch the credits roll and not see his name appear in any way. When Zach told me about the Snyder Cut being released, I only had one request, that Wayne be given credit for the work. Zach was shocked that Wayne wasn't credited in the theatrical version and assured me that Wayne would absolutely be given credit in Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's not just about a movie. These things go deeper than artistic, aesthetic. Accountability is greater than entertainment. Jody.
Is that what he meant when he talked about accountability?
So Joss Whedon didn't let his barber get credit. Is that what the abuse is? Look, let me share my thoughts, and I cannot wait to hear your take, okay? I cannot wait to hear Jody's take, but let me rewind, because I got in a little bit of a tiff on this, because I replied immediately, did he get paid, was my question. And I didn't.
You want the barber?
I didn't ask that to hate on Ray. I legitimately was curious and confused because look at the second tweet he says. Wayne took whatever time was asked of him away from his successful business to work with us. Now, when I read that, I'm like, well, what does that mean? He like volunteered it? He showed up whenever they asked him to because he needed to? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it reads confusing to me. Like, I need to know more information of like, he took time away that was asked him from his successful paying business to go do that. Now, if that's the case, then I really do feel bad for Wayne because it's like, well, wait a second. They didn't even pay the guy? Like, I wanted to make sure I understood the information. But, of course, when I said that, people are – there's not – I blocked a lot of them, but, like – it's not about getting paid. You're missing the point. Of course, you're the one suggesting this. You're such a dude. Like, just, bro, you even human? Blah, 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 blah. Did he get paid? Blah, 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 blah. Why does it matter? He wasn't given any recognition. Da, 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 da. Anyway, so that people just came at me for the stupidest, a legitimate question that I asked. Because my problem is, like, I understand. Look, should he get credit? Sure. I don't think he shouldn't not get credit, but I have two questions. Did he get paid for the work? It's important to make sure he at least got paid for the work. And did the other Justice League members, did all of their hair and makeup people get credited? If they did, then I have his back and say, yeah, well, that seems sketchy. Why wouldn't you give Cyborg's, credit too? Usually that's how it works. It says like, Gal Gadot's stylist, Gal Gadot's publicist, like. But the other thing you got to remember is like Gal Gadot's now a lot more popular and famous than Ray Fisher. Like that's all part of the negotiating in the contract, and that your agents do, your managers do. Like credits are sometimes really complicated. There's a million people that are all jockeying for same credits. You hire a makeup artist, hair person for the movie, and then suddenly you're going to tack on another one. Which then what does that mean? Like it's not as cut and dry as Ray wants you to think. Right? Is what the problem is. So I need to know more information. If he wasn't paid, then I got a beef. I got a strong beef. But it's like if he was paid and he's there, he can say he did it. Ray's going to have his back and say he did it. I really do think this is a little bit blown out of proportion. I don't think this is something that should be the follow-up to Joss Whedon is so abusive. My barber didn't get credit on the movie. Did you have a contract? Sue it. Did you not have a contract? You just had. I understand why this is now what we're doing. Like he's complaining that his barber didn't get credit. Like this is asinine. There's so much more important stuff happening, and if everyone else got credited, he should have verbed it as that. They didn't pay him. Everyone else they told him he was going to get credit, and they didn't. Fine, but Jody, am I going crazy? Like what on what earth does Ray Fisher suddenly get demands to ensure that his barber's getting credit? That's not how Hollywood or movies work.
Yeah, man. I mean, barbers are so important that what I'm saying. I'm not knocking barbers. So important that an actor goes to social media, and I don't know if you want to hit that or not, but before I go, maybe you should hit that from ODB in the place to be.
Why didn't the alert come on, my man? I'm sorry. Hold on. Can I get
the
holy moly? ODB
my dog
dropping the 50. Hold on. Why? I'm gonna make sure that alerts. It didn't show up in my Streamlabs thing. Hold on. Give it a second.
That's my dog.
There it is.
ODB, huge supporter, man.
There it goes.
Flexing.
Damn, nice, man. Thank you, Donald. ODB here. Ray Fisher isn't a big deal in the grand scheme of the DCEU. Actually, his character shouldn't have even been in the movie. This is for Andy. I got Jody on Friday. Thank you, Donald. That's ODB. I appreciate that. Thank you for that love. You're helping in the second act. Ta-da! There it is. I got your...
So
facts from... Let's hold on. Just to give ODB... He's right. And I don't say that to knock Ray Fisher. I don't have a problem with Ray Fisher. I really don't care. Like, if the dude's wronged, say how you've been wronged, and then, yeah, well, of course, we got your back. But what are you doing, man? You're doing it in these small, petty, minor ways that it's like, this is not it, man. This is not the fight to fight. If Joss Whedon was abusive, we need to hear about why he was abusive. Your barber wasn't credited? I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. Jody, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to read his tweet again. I think that it's important that we go back to July 1st of 2020, where he says Joss Whedon's on-set treatment of the cast and crew of Justice League was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. He was enabled in many ways by Jeff Johns and John Berg. Oh, he put a little thing at the bottom. Accountability is greater than entertainment. All right, cool. I'm like, whoa, what abuse, all this stuff, what's going on? Let me see what he says here. Despite my asking on multiple occasions, my barber was not credited in any capacity for his work on the theatrical version of Justice League. Wayne worked with us for the entire principal photography process and the majority of the reshoots. Accountability is greater than entertainment. Nigga, please, shut up, Ray. Sit down. You're making this shit worse. We waited 3 weeks for you to say something. You saying this? Every little piece of shit that came out of your mouth has been untangible hearsay. NDA? Andy, wouldn't the NDA prevent Ray from even saying this?
Yes.
About another employee working on the set?
In fact, I'm glad you brought that up because the NDA would actually, this would be something that actually might fall a line in the NDA.
This would violate the NDA.
This would totally violate because he's talking about the crew. Like he's talking about a credit, like
payment.
Who
all of it.
Your placement on the poster. That is an NDA issue that could absolutely be in the NDA because agents, managers, celebrities, they're all vying for who goes first on this. What person do I get on that? How much they're paid, etc. That is actually proper NDA stuff. So this like stupid thing he puts out actually could have been across the
violate that shit.
But someone abusing him on set, which would never be an NDA. I had a lawyer on to confirm it. What are you doing? And I want to be clear because I want to hear you because I want to hear more of what your thoughts on this. But like, I'm not doing this to knock Ray. I don't want to hate on Ray. I would love to have Ray's back. I'd love for Ray to show us some rev. So what's going on, so we can know what to fight. But my God, and if you go back, and I was because as you were talking, I went back. All he's done is exactly what you're saying. He's just retweeting, I believe, Jeff Pruitt and Sophia Crott. Thank you, too, for standing up and speaking out. Which was like an article about an egomaniac, about the Buffy stunt coordinator and his double. So he's like, all these people who sort of are coming forward to rip on Joss. He's just, I believe them. I believe them. I believe them. That's all he's done. He's literally done nothing else to do. And then now it's some things are more important than self-preservation. Accountability is great. This is his new slogan. Accountability is more. What does this have to do with accountability that his barber didn't get credit? God bless Kevin Smith
for not listing the barber.
God bless Kevin Smith, who came forward and said that people were Joss Whedon was talking smack about Zack Snyder, which again, shouldn't have done that. That's sleazy. But what are we doing?
He's using the Black Lives Matter movement to get attention. You are the equivalent Ray Fisher of 2017. Really everybody trying to Me Too everybody. Freak you, bro. I got no respect for you at this moment, bro. At this moment, I got no respect for you at all in the tank. You're talking about a barber and trying to blame John Berg, freaking Jeff Johns and Joss Whedon for this shit. What is going on, bruh? You're the boy who cried wolf. This is the third cry. I'm done with you because you said the first initial tweet, then you tweeted again and said, oh, yeah, I believe the victims. I believe them. And then you said this. That's the third howl, bro. I ain't coming to save you now. You going to get ate by that wolf when that wolf come, bro. I don't care. I ain't listening to nothing you got to say at this moment, bro. You're making us look bad out here. Talk about a barber? Really?
Well, and that's you were so on it because look, Zack Snyder had to fight some real fights. Like I believe it. Like I feel for him given what Warner Brothers did. So the DC fans that'll come at us for doing this video. Oh, look at us.
Devil's advocate. Too much pain. Let's go.
Oh my
play
God.
Devil's advocate.
All right, and I got two I'm going to get to, but I'm going to come right to you. But I wanted to say this thing as I was like, this is going against the Snyder movement. This is making them look stupid. These are not helping the cause. This is petty nonsense, starting battles that shouldn't be out there. And if I were Zach, I'd be frustrated. I'd be like, dude, just let it go. Like Zach seems like a smart, nice guy when he did the Grace and everything. Like he seems like he looked happy, like he's happy-go-lucky. That's only how I've seen him too. Like just tell Ray to shut up. Like, this isn't helping the fandom. If you got a beef with Joss Whedon, Ray, you got to tell us. It's now or never. This is ridiculous. He's abusive to you. You got to say it. But what are you doing? This is silly.
Lying about an NDA when you just completely talked about how the whole infrastructure of this barber, how you didn't get hired and put on the credits. That's a violation of an NDA if one existed. And you talking about you can't talk about the abuse. Those idiots who said the NDA, you don't know how NDAs work. You don't know how NDAs work, motherfucker. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all freaking dumb as shit. Why are you talking to people who actually know how this business works? What y'all got? Y'all ain't got shit. Over there looking all big and melted and shit, making black folk look bad. Melted over there looking like a baby Jabba the Hutt. I'm trying to make it work out here for fat black folk, man. You making us look bad out here, man. Sit in the corner and shut up. What is he talking about? NDA, you don't know who I know. What? You don't know nobody.
Oh my God!
NDA. Right. It's like the cult goes with one thing and the whole cult spreads it. And get the freak out of here, NDA.
We got to go to. I got two that comment on this. So thank you, Jaquante Broden. I said that. Jaquante. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm saying that. Mr. Broden. I really love y'all hustle. Always on point. Thank you for that 25 over in Streamlabs. You did it so YouTube doesn't take the cut. Thank you, sir. Streamlabs always a good way. But then Too Much Pain. Thank you for doing it through the super chat. I'll take it. That's still a lot. That big purple rain. I got to adjust my. I don't know why my things are. I'll fix it for next stream. But Too Much Pain wanted to just to play devil's advocate, especially with this movie, not speaking about other movies, there have been several crew members and stunt actors that were not credited for the theatrical version. Now we know it extends to hair and makeup. I didn't know that. Did you know about anything about that?
No, I didn't. Oh, let me just say real quick. I do think that it's wrong that the barber didn't get credit. And this is not about the barber. Yeah, he was wronged. Yeah, he should have got credit. I know how it is to work on a movie. And then you want to see yourself in the credits and you don't see your name. You're like, you got your family there. Like, yo, what's up, dog? I thought you was in this movie. Now you're looking like, oh, dang, I guess I ain't that dude after all. I understand how that feels. And that's wrong. But, bro, for these tweets that he said about abuse, neglect, and we said gross, come on, bruh. I'm mad at Ray. Not the barber. I understand the barber. But, Ray, you're pulling for straws, bro. It's like, he raped me. What happened? What did he do? He looked at me up and down with his eyes.
Jesus.
What else did he do?
That's it.
He licked his lips a little bit.
I know somebody.
The guys in the back, like, my lips was chappy. I was just trying to lick.
That triggers me, sadly, because that's what happened. But anyway.
This look weak, bro.
Yeah. But to echo it, yeah, look, here's the problem, though. Again, to get in there, yeah, of course, give him credit. Who cares? But again, sometimes it's just contracts. It's like when you have the Justice League hair and makeup department is the Justice League hair and makeup department. They have sole credit. They're brought in to do that. Now, if Ray Fisher has a separate hair person to come in, great, they should, and they should have added him. Let's be clear, they should have. But it may have been more complicated, or certain people may not. I don't know. He may not have made that negotiation. The barber and Ray need better agents, is what it's really about, because that's how that stuff works. Now, he can be frustrated by that, but this is not the time, in my opinion. This is where it sort of just gets crazy. And I wanted to go to two other super chats.
His issues seem small, and using words like abuse is overboard. He is exaggerating. The difference between being a jerk and abuser are not the same. Jody, check it. TII.
TII?
What's up, Flash?
But Ashley, thank you for that. Yeah, but you hit it right on the head. You can't use words like abusive and then do things like this. It's completely exaggerating, as you just said. And being a jerk and abuser exactly are not the same. There's a lot of jerks. I've been a jerk, but that's the problem when people then paint it that way. It's not right. So thank you for that. Did she send you something too?
No, I just see it. I didn't know.
Sorry.
When you go deaf, I don't know what the freak is going on this end.
Sorry.
I don't see
you don't hear the I gotta know why.
I don't hear or see the alert.
Sorry, when I shut you up, it says, when I say shh, that means the robot's talking.
Something. I'm like, wait, what's the freak?
There you go. Now you can see it. But yeah, sorry, I'll read them out loud with you. And then I saw that we had K-Dots was in there. Thank you, K-Dots. Ray is a petty baby. This is a dumb fight he's fighting for the barber not getting credit. The barber who gave him an average and boring buzz cut. Ouch. I didn't say that, but
Can I smoke somebody in your chat?
Yeah, you hold on. One more chat, and then you can do it. Marcos also said. Marcos also said, "Is Ray Fisher losing it on the low? What's the deal? Maybe." Honestly, maybe it does feel like I don't think he's losing it. I think he's
pressure.
He's got the ego has grown because he has the Snyder base who's just
BLM.
like they're all over him watching his Twitch streams and showing up, and he's got 200 people paying attention to him suddenly, and sometimes that gets to people's heads, and then suddenly they think they're on top of the world, they can do anything, and the reality is he's losing. He's not big enough, and it's gonna fail because it's gonna blow up because no one's gonna work with this guy. He's just too much drama. That's just how it works. So but again, accountability is greater, right, Jody? That's what's more important here than work, apparently. But anyway, whatever. He'll be fine. He'll go do some TV show at some point, probably. But honestly, I think producers will avoid him because he's proving to be difficult. But anyway, you were gonna smoke somebody. Go ahead.
No, just real quick. He says, Jody, you're not trying to Me Too everyone. So everyone is not trying to Me Too everyone. Saying everyone is a brainwashing tactic. By Karen.
That's Common Waves again. I mean, Common's just hitting us both up with just
pay attention. You're a PC Karen. Get up out of here, bro. Oh God, you made me want to throw up. That's the problem with the freaking today's. Everyone's offended. Everybody feels a certain way about something. Hey, bro, here's my opinion of you. Freak you, man. How's that make you feel? That's how I feel about you. Freak you, bro.
Yeah, calming waves is anything but calming.
Yeah. The soaring, roaring
You're not
oil
calming
waves.
us at all. You're doing the opposite.
Tar waves.
Toxic waves.
Toxic waves. There, that's a good one. Toxic waves.
Toxic waves. Keep them coming. Now we'll just laugh at you.
Thanks, Toxic
Surge.
waves.
See, I like when we laugh at them. That's more fun. Surge. Thank you, Surge. My lips got chapped. Surge's lips got chapped for 2 weeks when Jody tore them with his girth. Don't you hate it when you open your mouth and the cut opens when they're still trying to heal? Yeah, man. Jody's girth just does that to a lot of people. Oh, wait, I know what he's talking about.
He ain't supposed to tell nobody, man. He's supposed to keep that on the low.
Team Sus. All right.
Sus gang.
Now we get it. Surge loves Jody.
Sometimes a little bit of lube is the humane thing to do.
But Surge, thank you for sharing that. I'm so glad we got to distract our chat to talk about Jody's girth. Only Surge could pull that off. I love it. I'll always talk about Jody's girth. What's up? Crazy Uzo's back in. Hey, Crazy, I see you.
What's up, Uso?
Anyway, so many in the chat. All right, so there you have it. We're gonna wrap up this portion with Ray Fisher. Unless you got anything else to add, he's got to stop. This is too much. Final thoughts from Jody.
Yeah. Boy Who Cried Wolf. There's no stone house to protect you. There's no brick house to protect you after this, because pandering to the cult, pandering to the few that will hear you and then try to make a big deal out of it without putting out any evidence or any situations, and then lying and running behind the excuse of an NDA, and then breaking an NDA that would have, if it did exist, you just broke it by talking about this barber and I'm getting paid and accredited, naming names. Bro, shut up. Keep talking. You can keep talking. I just ain't listening to you no more. I don't give a freak if Ray Fisher comes out tomorrow and be like, yo, this what happened. That's cool. That's cool.
It's Boy Who Cried Wolf. Boy Who Cried Wolf is exactly what it is. You hit on the nail of the head. Once you start coming out with so many of these things, you gotta have something to back it up, or we're not gonna believe you anymore. Because this, look, yeah, I agree. The guy could have gotten credit. All right, but I don't know. There's probably more to it. It's much more complicated than they didn't do it because he's black. You know what I mean? It's really what it read to me. It read to me like, they're not letting the black barbers get credit. No, I mean, he just came in late. That's what I don't know the information. I can't just immediately knock the whole studio because of that. There was probably more to it. So I don't get it. But we're going to trim this second part of our chat. Stay tuned if you're watching live. We're not done yet. We're going to take your comments, your questions as we wrap up with Jody. We'll click it over to the members section. So become a member. Join today. You can always catch the other parts of the stream if you missed it live. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Stay tuned if you're watching. We'll be back. And go subscribe to Jody if you haven't already. He's over there, Jody's Corner.
What's up?
We're going to hit this chat. Thank you, everybody,
Not if you're
for
toxic
watching.
waves, though. Don't come.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.